The Deadpool movie. You know, this movie has made so many records that I just can't believe it. I'm just so happy. I'm so ecstatic. You know, you saw it in the opening of this video. I'm just the happiest I've ever been. Well, at least other than... No, yeah, I'm the happiest I've ever been. So, you know, with all the hoopla going on with the Deadpool movie and how amazing everyone thinks it is it really amazing? Yes, the answer is yes. It is very amazing, and I'm gonna tell you why. In 3, 2, 1, Lego, bring it on! Alright, so the Deadpool movie was released and it has exceeded all expectations in terms of box office. It has the highest rated R opening ever, it's in the top 10 superhero movie openings ever, among other records it broke. Just think, all of this came from basically a cameo role in Wolverine Origins. You also won't hear me say the title of that movie in the rest of this video. I have a contract with Exodia to only mention it once. Imagine if Fox would have pulled the trigger on this movie years ago, oh my god. So me being one of the hardcore Deadpool fans that I am, was feeling a little anxious with this movie. Lo and behold, my anxiousness ceased as the opening titles were shown and I was treated to an amazing, eye-opening, and sometimes tear-inducing experience. If you can't tell, I love the movie. Yeah, it was amazing. If this was ranked on a Devil May Cry scale, it would be stylish. There really isn't much to say about this movie without spoiling everything about it, but there are a few things to talk about. One of the things being that this movie is as true to Deadpool's origin story as it can be, considering the fact that it's part of a bigger universe and other licensing issues it might have. The differences between comic and film are surprisingly minimal, and they really try to show you how brutal a superhero origin can really be if it's given a rated R treatment, which gives it a dark undertone to the action and the comedy of the movie. Speaking of comic and film differences, the supporting cast is actually kept intact for the most part. Vanessa, who is his love interest in the movie, is straight from the comic book, albeit missing a few mutant powers for now. Weasel hops out of the pages as his comedic sidekick, well sort of, and Blind Owl is just as blind as she was in the comic book. The relationship between these characters felt genuine and sometimes weird, honestly. That only added to the magic of Deadpool. In terms of relationships, usually when there is a romantic subplot in a superhero movie, it might bring down the movie a little bit. The romance in this movie was done so well and flowed so well that it could be its own movie, honestly, and be better than a lot of other romantic comedies. The pacing of the film goes from flashbacks to present, and while obviously the present is more entertaining of the two, the past isn't too shabby in the entertainment department. Now let's talk about the X-Men duo, Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead. These two being added to the movie makes it feel more like a team-up movie than just an origin story. They were involved in the plot more than I originally thought they would be, and they're actually hilarious, and I wouldn't mind seeing more of them in the future. Everyone played their role perfectly, and Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool, and I can't stress this enough. The main villain, Ajax, is a douchebag, and Deadpool is just a little bit less of a douchebag than he is, which is something that he points out. Deadpool isn't a goody-goody two-shoes hero, and the fact that we get to follow someone like this as our hero reminds me of another rated R superhero, Blade, and how he conducted his business in the streets. The fight choreography is breathtaking, and every single sword swing is easily seen, and every single dismemberment is noticeable and highlighted with some great camera work. All in all, every fight is a great experience. The soundtrack is great and hilarious sometimes, and I wouldn't change a thing about it. Honestly, the only problems this film has is something that was stated earlier: budget and licensing problems. Taskmaster was originally supposed to be part of the movie, but he was cut because it would have been too expensive. And now that Marvel owns Taskmaster again, like some sort of character hot potato, he most likely won't be in the sequel either. Wolverine was set to appear, but because of scheduling, budget, and so many more reasons, he was also cut. The Deadpool movie did an absolutely amazing job with using all of the resources that were given to it to create a movie that the fans wanted and could enjoy. The Deadpool movie is a fantastic start to a surefire franchise in the making, and even with a small budget in terms of a blockbuster superhero movie, it's just about perfect. On a personal level, as a Deadpool fan, after waiting all these years for a movie, I would give it a 10 out of 10. But for the regular, everyday moviegoer with no prior Deadpool experience, this movie gets a solid snake 9 out of 10. I had you fooled into thinking I would give it a lower score, didn't I? Don't lie. This movie is entertaining, romantic, and just fills you with a bubbly feeling in your loins. This movie is what the song When You Believe from Prince of Egypt was all about. Well, not really, but you get it, right? Go out and enjoy this movie if you haven't already, and don't forget to bring your unicorns. So yeah, if you're a Deadpool fan, this movie should probably be a 10 for you. If you're not really a Deadpool fan, it'll be a solid 9. So you know, this is really what dreams are made of. After all these years, we finally got our movie and it ended up being amazing. You know, it just goes to show you, if you go to sleep and pray to Exodia every night and wish for something, eventually it'll happen. It won't happen today, it won't happen tomorrow, it won't happen next month, next year, 2 years from now, but 7 years from whenever you pray for it, it'll happen because Exodia will do it for you. Anyways, that's about it for this video. I'll see you guys next week. There'll probably be a Street Fighter video and a One Punch Man video next week, hopefully. Who knows? I don't know why I keep saying it and I just keep pushing it back and 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 back. Anyways, let's play the Lizzie McGuire music to send us off, and peace.